The girl bought a whole box of golden peas and worked overtime sewing them together. The next morning, a luxurious dress stunned everyone in the company. Even the boss, who was a top designer, was amazed. She even wanted to take the dress for himself, but this was exactly what the girl, Ella, had planned, because she had hidden a secret to overthrow capitalism inside the gown. At the company's new product launch that night, a motorcycle suddenly rushed onto the red carpet. Disguised, Ella walked out from the smoke. The gold and black color of her dress was very eye-catching. She instantly stole the spotlight from the boss's wife, the Baroness. At this time, the companions extinguished all the lights. Ella's other name was projected outside the building. As the crowd gasped, Kujla left the stage in style. Kyla's name was like an assassin in the fashion world and soon entered the eyes of the media. Soon after, at the London Gala, the Baroness was stopped before she could get out of her car. The car door was sealed shut, and then Kujla reappeared in a long dress. She climbed on top of the Baroness's car and drowned it with her skirt. With a royal uniform and a black and red rose gown, she became the focus of the media again. The next day, the story of the new star of fashion, Kujla, was on the front page. But how could the Baroness allow her authority to be challenged? Immediately, she had her people gather information. However, the woman calling herself Cruella was elusive. Even the police couldn't find any useful leads. Meanwhile, Cruella, still posing as a designer at the company, was already working on her next gown, but she didn't know that her behavior had attracted the attention of the Baroness. The Baroness asked her why she was hiding her power. Kyla said she was just using her private time for inspiration.
Alleys, designs, people, their souls. Check your employment contract. Well, I seem to have found my new signature piece.
At the new week's fashion show, the Baroness was flaunting a gown designed by Kujla. Then a garbage truck pulled up in front of the door. The driver flipped a switch and a pile of clothes fell out of the trunk. Cruella arrogantly stood up from the clothes and appeared with a new look. She smiles softly and stands on the garbage truck. As the car drove away, the pile of garbage-looking clothes turned out to be a 15-meter-long dress. Kujla stood on the car and laughed maniacally as she left. All the media are scrambling to get a shot of her. Only the Baroness was left shaking with anger. The sales of the fashion base dropped dramatically. The Baroness wanted to hire a lawyer to lock Cruella in jail, but the lawyer couldn't find any charge to pin on her. She could only hope for the annual fashion night. That soul-stirring gold gown will surely restore her authority. Meanwhile, Cruella had her companions secretly infiltrate the fashion base, intentionally leaving signs of attempted theft of the gown. The suspicious Baroness, upon discovering the intrusion, immediately ordered all the gowns locked in a safe. This was part of Cruella's plan. Finally, on the day of the fashion show, at the Baroness's command, the safe was opened, but to everyone's shock, countless moths flew out. All the dresses were chewed to pieces, and the audience fled the exhibition hall, frightened by the moths. It turned out that the gold beans sewn onto the gowns were moth eggs. That's why she forced the Baroness to lock her dress in the safe, so that the moth eggs would hatch without anyone knowing. At that very moment, Cruella's fashion show began in a nearby park. A punk band in dazzling lights drew a huge crowd. When Cruella appeared in a black and white spotted gown, she took the entire event to its peak. Cruella's actions completely enraged the Baroness. She immediately ordered her private officers to arrest Cruella.